CursedViewing. If you've seen the Heretic trailer, you already know that there is a blueberry pie scented candle in the movie. And you also know that Hugh Grant's character lies about a blueberry pie being in the oven. Chances are you probably want to see the movie because you're curious about what happens after the blueberry pie lie. Well, in this video, I'm not just going to outright tell you the plot of the movie Heretic, but I am going to tell you some things that I liked about the movie and some things I didn't like about the movie, and hey, I'm probably going to spoil parts of the film for you. Of course, I recommend you watch every single movie without spoilers if you can, but if light spoilers for Heretic are something you don't mind, then you're probably going to enjoy this video. So let me start off with what's good about this movie. The performances in this movie are fantastic. There's essentially only 3 actors in this movie. You've got Hugh Grant, Sophie Thatcher, and Chloe East. Thatcher and East play 2 Mormon missionaries, Sister Barnes and Sister Paxton. They are going door to door telling people about their Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and then they come up against their biggest obstacle, a know-it-all religious, intelligent man by the name of Mr. Reed, who's played fantastically by Hugh Grant. And like I said, these actors deliver fantastic performances in this movie for a film that's all about building suspense and drama and taking place all in one location, all inside of Mr. Reed's house. The production and costume design looks great. The cinematography is good, the lighting is moody and soft, and it's just really nice to look at. I think the script of Heretic is very interesting. There's a lot of compelling themes of religion, history, and philosophy. The dialogue is strong. Hugh Grant's character particularly delivers some really thought-provoking and quite interesting monologues. Like, he is delivering these monologues constantly throughout the entire film, and his character, his delivery manages to be both witty, creepy, threatening, but also funny at the same time. Sophie Thatcher and Chloe East deliver their dialogue perfectly as their characters are in this unnerving and desperate situation. I, like many people, went into this film thinking it was going to be a pretty by-the-book psychological thriller, but I am happy to report that this film gets pretty dark, both thematically and quite literally as the film progresses. So that's all of the good stuff that I liked about Heretic. So now let's talk about the stuff I didn't really like. But be warned, things will get a little bit dicey going forward in terms of spoiler territory, so if you don't want the movie to be spoiled, tune out now. So what's bad about this movie is actually the same thing that's good about it. This is a dialogue-heavy film with only 3 main actors, and it does start to drag on a little bit. It gets very slow at certain points. There's a lot of delivery of dialogue, like huge chunks of just talking throughout this film, which means we learn about these characters through dialogue and mannerisms as the film unfolds, and that's not so much a bad thing. But for me, I felt that I couldn't connect with the characters as strongly as maybe if we'd done a little bit more character development outside of the house. There's a few needle drop moments towards the end of the film that felt like they should have hit harder than they actually did, and upon reflection, I think it really is a problem with the pacing of this movie and the way that it's unfolding, the way that the audience connects with the characters. So I think that was my main issue, is that I didn't really connect with the characters as much as I think the film wanted me to when those big twist moments or those needle drop moments happened. Look, I'm going to spoil it for you right now. There's a moment where one of the characters dies. She gets murdered. And I felt like I was meant to feel a lot more than I did in that moment, and I think it's just simply because I didn't know the character enough to care about them in the way that the film wanted me to. It was very dramatic, a very dramatic moment that felt like it was this big turning point for the plot, but because you're only spending so much time with these characters in this very small environment, this very constrained area, it just didn't hit as hard as I would have liked it to. Overall, I think the envelope could have been pushed a little bit further with Heretic, especially towards the end of the film. I gave Heretic a 3 out of 5 stars. It's a moody, dialogue-heavy thriller, which is worth the price of admission for the performances and the intrigue alone. But you might be a little bit disappointed with how the pacing fizzles out towards the middle and the end. Well, that is it for my quick review of Heretic. What did you think about the movie? Have you seen it? Are you planning on seeing it? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, remember to be spooky, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next video.